I've got myself ultrasound bath, ultrasonic cleaner, or as a motorcycle dishwasher, as my girlfriend affectionately calls it. So these are really handy, just for cleaning up carburetors, cleaning up old dirty parts. So worthwhile getting one of these. I think this is just one off Amazon or eBay. It only cost me about 40 quid. So that's become a bit of a handy tool throughout this project. I just chuck stuff in it, leave it for 20 minutes and come back, and it's a lot cleaner than it was. So I've stripped these carburetors down as far as I want to go. These carbs are quite complex. They ran well before I stripped it apart, so I'm obviously rebuilding them with new seals and kits and everything else, but I didn't want to go and adjust all the settings if I didn't have to, because I'm going to be putting velocity stacks or different air filters on this bike. I don't want to suddenly have to fight with the difference that is carbs that once worked and then they'd retuned to something that's completely different. I'd rather put them back on and then retune the carbs by varying the jet sizes and everything else to match the increased airflow from my new air filters. So I didn't want to have to contend with too many variables there. So we've got the carbs. So I just got this back, the ultrasound bath back from a friend. But Callum, being the Robin bastard he is, has used all my ultrasound bath cleaner, so I'm going to have to make my own ultrasound cleaner. So I'm thinking I've got some engine cleaner, I've got still shitloads of this vinegar left over from the tank cleaning scenario. That's another video, you should have a look at that as well. We've got some hot water here, not at all borrowed from the kitchen. So I'm going to chuck all in here, chuck the parts in, let it run for 20 minutes, and we'll have a look when I come back. These already look pretty clean. I'm not expecting a huge amount to come out of them, but it's worth running if you've got them all apart anyway. So I'm going to go put stuff in there and leave it for 20 minutes, and we'll have a look when we come back. I also have some dirty bolts and other parts that I'm going to shove in at another stage. So I'll show you before and after that as well, as to how it all works and comes together. So yeah, cool. I'm just going to chuck these in now. Right, so let's go fucking mental. Right, some toasty water. A little bit of this. I miss the smell of my garage being a fish and chip shop, so I need that back in my life. Got some of this degreaser here. I just got this from Halfords, not Halfords, Amazon. Where did I get everything else? Amazon. Maybe not. It's got, this had really good reviews, so spray some of that in there, and we'll just chuck some of the parts in. So that doesn't look too bad. Like I said, I'm not expecting a huge amount, but what these baths are good for is cleaning out all the jets. So we'll empty out some of the jets, hopefully. Right. This part. Take this off. Now I've got some more little intricate parts. Luckily there's a basket on the inside of this thing, so it's not as if they suddenly go missing either, because it's got a fixed bottom. But let's see, put jet in here. Right, might chuck these screws in as well. So these carbs are split into two parts, but I'll do a little video on why that is rather than explaining now. I'll put this in separate. Got a few more, so there's things like the diaphragm. I don't know if I want to put that in actually. some more bits and pieces all in here. So. And we chuck the lid on. There it is. And we set the timer. The good thing about it is you can barely even hear it when it's on. The camera's been the bane of my goddamn life this morning. I have to keep recording stuff twice, but anyway, helps if I press the recording button. The vapor blaster is finished. We've ran some of the parts through, were too big to do it the first time, so I've ran them twice. So I've got to take a little look at them. They're quite good now. They've actually came up really well. They were quite clean to start with, but I'm really chuffed with how they've come out looking. You could, in theory, vapor blast these, but to be honest, what I'm looking for with this bike, I think this looks really, really good. They weren't too dirty to start with. Well, they were dirty enough. The water's turned out quite bad. Due to the shape of the basket, there's still quite a few bits and pieces stuck in here, but because my hands are not made of asbestos, I don't really fancy getting 3rd-degree burns right now. I've got some other stuff to deal with right now, primarily an oil spill, which I really should probably sort out because I don't really fancy the Scottish Environmental Protection Agency getting on my ass for harming the environment.